Hello and welcome again to the MyGuru online GRE classroom. Today we're going to take a look at a standard algebraic quantitative comparison on the exam. So as always, we're going to write out our question number and our quantities first. So we've got quantity A, quantity B. We'll have our answer choices A, B, C, D listed in the middle for the purposes of process of elimination. And we then write out 3y plus 2 all over 5 and quantity y. And then we have our root statement of y is greater than 4. And what you can do with algebra on the quantitative comparisons is do the same operation to both quantities to simplify the comparison. In this case, we're looking at question 6 here, and we can see the thing that is most complicating the comparison is that denominator 5 in quantity A. So I'm just going to treat this as if it were an equation and multiply each side by 5, which will leave quantity A as 3y plus 2, and then quantity B is going to be 5y. And then we can even continue by subtracting 3y from each side of the quantities. So then we've got quantity A is 2, and 2y is going to be on quantity B. And then if we even further divide this, we can see that quantity A, when we divide by 2 on each side, is just going to be 1. And then quantity B is just going to be y. And since we know from the root statement that y is greater than 4, well, since y is greater than 4, and 4 is greater than 1, we can confidently select B without the excess effort of plugging in multiple values. And you can do anything you want to these equations in order to simplify them, except you cannot multiply out the full variable, multiply or divide, because same operation basically, from both quantities. And lastly, you also cannot multiply or divide the quantities by a negative value. Because if you were to do that, you'd have to swap them as if you were solving an actual inequality, in that you'd have to switch the sign and you cannot switch the quantities.